how pottery is made. We're here with Jean, and she's going to show us how to get the clay ready.
Okay, we have to knead it and get the air bubbles out of it before we turn it. So when we get this kneaded, it's kind of like kneading bread. And when we get this done, we're going to put it on the wheel and turn it. Center the clay first, because if you don't center it, you can't get turn anything with it. If you do, it'll start wobbling and it'll fall, and you have to start all over again. So we're going to do what they call centering. Until it centers when it starts running smooth around there and not going like that. So we're going to open it up now. And when you open it up, you have to smooth the bottom out. And when you start to pull the sides up, let this hand go inside to just kind of ride along and keep it from collapsing. Put pressure on the outside and start pulling up. Let's make a pot with a lid so we can have a couple of pieces there that we can show you. Make the lid for the pot that I just turned in there. Might be a little bit too much clay there, but I can cut it off. Okay, you measure how wide you want the lid. Put your finger down through the middle, push out, and that makes what we call a raised lid. This open till we get this cut off, because if you don't, sometimes it collapses because it's got the air in there. Close it up when you get all that cut off. Then we'll cut it loose so it collapse. And when it dries enough, we can take it off this and clean it and get it ready to go with the pot. Make what we call a fluted bowl. It'll have a fluted edge on the top. piece of clay and make whatever you have in mind. The same piece of clay will make a bowl, a pot, a plate, a cup, or anything you have in mind for it to do. If you got some baby wipes, that'd beat it off pretty good.
I thought it was really cold. Your dad would be happy to see all that clay on it when he gets up back from this.
Bowl just like this, and use it for a serving bowl or anything like that, or you can do this and make the flutes to a fluted bowl. Of course, you can use it for serving or whatever you want to. The next step in this would be take this to what we call the drying room. It's a room in the back where we sit it out there and let it dry. And then when it gets dry, we take it off this board and it'll have a little rough edge right around there. And you can take and clean that little edge off, sign it, put Teague's Frogtown Pottery, and put my name and the date on it. And put it, and yes, and God bless you. We always sign it with God bless you on it. And then we let it finish drying. Then it won't be completely dry, so let it completely dry. Put it in the kiln and do what we call the bisque firing. And okay, this is Teague's Frogtown Pottery, North Carolina. God bless you, Jean. Almost 24 hours. And then you have to let it cool off till the next day. Get it out. Take a piece of sandpaper and sand the bottom off because it have rough places where you signed it. And then you get a tub of water, wash it, bring it in here, let it dry, and put wax in a pan back there, paraffin wax, let it melt. And then we put it on the bottom of the piece so it won't stick to the kiln when we get it glazed. And you wax it, and then you glaze it. You put it back in the kiln, and let it stay for another about 24 hours. And that brings the color out where you glazed it. And then you let it cool off for another 24 hours. Take it out of the kiln, sand it again, price it, and put it on the shelf.
This is Fred, and Fred is going to show us the till.
This right here is an electric kiln. Got elements from the top to the bottom. And you stack the pottery in there, and you use stilts, like those stilts right there. And when you put a layer of pots in there, you put layer, 2 half shells, like those half shells right there. That's half shells. You put them in there and put another layer of pots. You get you some more stilts. The stilts is over on that table, over there. And you just keep going till you get it all the way to the top. You can have anywhere from 3 or 4 up to about 7, 8 shelves, and that depends on the thickness of the stuff. Like plates, you can get a lot of plates in one. And you turn it on, and this is a computerized kiln. It will take roughly 8 hours to cook off. It depends on how tight you got it filled. It can take anywhere from 7 to 10 hours, but on average around 10 hours. And when it gets through, it'll cut off automatically at 2300 degrees. And it's the same kind of kiln as that up there, except this in here is a manual. You turn it on, it's got a kiln setter and a timer. And if it don't mess up, it'll cut itself off. But if it messes up, it'll just keep running. But you load it the same way. You stack it in layers all the way to the top. And this, you push the button right here to turn it on. You raise that up, you push that button right there, so it's on. And when it's right here trips, you put a cone right in there. You got a cone right there. And when it trips, it lets that thing fall down, and when it falls down, it cuts it off. Put one in right there. Put that in there like that. Let me get it turned back on. Alright, now when that thing gets hot, it will bend it down. It will bend that cone down, and when it bends down, it cuts it off. When it bends, it cuts it off.
You have to stick it in the blue from here to here. Let it dry. This is the blue I'm talking about here. And when it gets dry, you pick it up and you put it in white, this cream color. And this color and this color makes the lighter blue. And then, when all that dries, you put it in brown from here to here. And the brown and blue makes this color, and the cream and brown makes this color. You've got 3 colors that we use all the time. That's the regular colors. And then you got 3 lap overs. Makes 3 more colors, so you end up with 6 colors.
She's going to show us what the finished products look like.
This is like the fluted bowl we made, and this is what we call earthland. It's got 3 different colors that we use all the time, regular colors, and then it's got 3 lap overs, which gives us 6 colors. And this is the pot we made with the lid, raised lid to it. And then this is what we call the soup mug. And the pitcher, tea pitcher. This is our pasta bowl here. And this is what we call Fred green because it's Fred's favorite color. And then this is our cereal bowls. It's just a little round bowl. And this is our shrimp ring. You make this in one piece. 1 ball of clay, pull it out, leave some in the center to make your little bowl with, and so that's just made for in one piece. And this is our utensil holder, and a casserole dish, and this is a batter bowl. Right there. So that's some of the pieces that we do make here.
Thanks for showing us how to make pottery.
You're welcome, and you have to come back and try the stuff when it gets warm.